A shitty wizard appears while you're going about your day. He asks you some questions and won't let you run away. Would you rather have a finger growing out of your cheek or have no skin on the bottom of your feet? Would you rather have laser vision or be invisible? Now make a decision. Shitty wizard flying through the air. Shitty wizard magic everywhere. Shitty wizard you just can't compare. Shitty wizard learning to care.
Wait, when it's good to go.
It's good now.
It's good.
Oh, we're going now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right. Well, hi everybody. It's me. My name's Adam. I'm stealing a car.
Yeah.
What's going on? That's why I missed my cue.
Please tell me it's gonna be going like this the whole time.
What the? Yeah, this is literally.
Welcome to-
Literally, Caitlin said, "I'm gonna start the stream," and then some motherfucker hit this alarm on this car,
Yeah.
as if they heard her and went, "All right, let's do it."
Let's do this thing. We're
Well-
gonna steal this car right now.
Well, anyway, welcome to Streamy Dreams. We're making crimes. My name's Adam. Hi, how you doing? I'm here with the other hosts,
Hi, I'm Laurel.
Hey, I'm Caitlin.
and we're here to ask you would you rathers and explore the nightmare scenarios that follow the question.
Look, we had to choose between getting our foot run over or having to do an entire podcast or live stream with the car alarm going off, and we chose the latter.
Yeah, like getting your foot run over is painful for me personally, but you guys having to listen to a car alarm while we try and make funny jokes.
This is actually. I kind of wish I could open this fucking window and yell at somebody. Like, what the fuck is going on? How do you just set off a car alarm by accident and not be the person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've only heard a car alarm go off
When you're trying to get in.
into your car.
Yeah.
And so either somebody's actually trying to steal that car,
I hope so. They better be.
and they better speed it up.
Yeah.
We're trying to
If
make.
you're gonna do something, do it right.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to make
Yeah.
some internet here.
Are the people in the live stream, can they hear it, or is it one of those like
Yeah, chat.
it's
Can you,
subtly?
can you hear this, chat?
Hey chat, can you hear the car alarm in the background? I don't know how they couldn't hear it. Like, I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything else.
Yeah, but sometimes like when it's not directly going into the mic, you get some cushion.
I guess so, yeah.
All I know is.
Sorry, that was an awkward silence. I'm waiting for people to. Yes, they can hear it.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna blame this on our neighbors in this little whatever you want to call it series of
Yeah.
buildings that opened that coffee shop for 2 weeks that I fell in love with.
We
And
should build them for the hour.
We're all rooting for you, car stealing guy. You steal that car.
Come on.
so what do? Do we actually just go through
We
with
have
this
to push
stream?
through. This is
Yeah, for sure. Listen, it's just we're gonna have to get some sick beats behind it and lean into it.
Oh, and the car has been stolen.
The car has been stolen.
We're driving
Congratulations.
Oh boy. So I have a question. I don't know if you guys do. You want me to start? I think this is good.
Yeah, you go.
You
go,
seem jazzed about it, so I'm
Yeah.
excited
Well,
to hear yours.
I think it'll be a good topic of discussion based off of what we were talking about before. So, okay, so the last couple of weeks have been a good week for video games. There's been 2 major releases: Resident Evil 2 Remake, which I've been playing the fuck out of, and to the point where it's a problem. I'm not getting anything done. And most recently, Kingdom Hearts 3.
The long anticipated Kingdom Hearts 3.
In quotation marks, anticipated.
7 years.
Has it really been 7 years?
Since I pre-ordered it 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for it?
$20 because I
Right.
pre-ordered it.
Oh my
It was
god.
one of those like I forget. I think it was either Sony or Best Buy was having like this huge like. It was when the PS4 came out, and they were like, buy 6 games and you'll get them each for $20. So it was like, hot diggity damn, and I threw Kingdom Hearts 3 in there, and then I waited.
You waited and you waited.
So
The day has finally come.
now I'm going to ask my question, and I want you to realize that the question I'm going to ask, and some people are going to go, well, that's not really a comparison because one is a horror game and one is a magical runaround game, and
I'm
I
already in
disagree.
love. I'm already in
I
love.
disagree. I think they're both fucking horror games.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts is a nightmare, and I say that as somebody who played the first two.
Well, if you're not like Sora, then yeah, basically.
Kingdom Hearts is the worst. And I say this, I played the GB Advance game when I was in college, and I 100%ed the first Kingdom Hearts, and I can't remember anything about Kingdom Hearts 2, but I played it from beginning to end.
Like, they give it this cutesy Disney finish, but it's essentially a zombie game.
Almost. With the Heartless, and then the what are they?
The Nothings.
The
Nobodies.
The Nobodies.
Nobodies, yeah.
Which is so confusing in on its own. Like, they
Oh.
have...
It gets so much more.
It's
They
like...
are only bodies.
Yeah, it's like this thing is a nobody, but it also has hopes and dreams. And as our coworker Steven said the other day, they'll be like, we don't have feelings. Let's go have a good time with our friends. Wee!
Yeah, what the...
It doesn't make any sense.
It does. It's infuriating.
So...
If you're gonna be a soulless husk, be a fucking soulless husk.
Yeah, lean into it.
Soulless husks don't like ice cream, and if I remember correctly, you play as Roxas in one of them trying to get ice cream
and
for your
you
butt.
love sea salt
Like,
ice cream.
Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so my question is, would you rather exist in the Resident Evil universe or the Kingdom Hearts universe?
Ooh. I mean...
Now, here's the thing. The Resident Evil universe is scary in certain ways because it's not that different from where we live now. It's just zombies are a possibility, and also, like, parasite things.
The way you die... Like, you can die pretty
But-
brutally in either, but the way you die in Resident Evil...
But here's the thing. How many people in the Resident Evil universe only hear about this shit that you see in the games on the news? It doesn't, like, the percentage of it actually affecting you seems pretty small.
Right, so there's a good chance that you're just gonna live out your regular life.
And yeah, and the other issue is that in the world that we live now, fuckery done by giant corporations is already a thing we have to deal with. Like, giant corporations are basically destroying the planet. We're all gonna die screaming thanks to them. So it's already...
One can only hope.
It's already kind of reality. Whereas Kingdom Hearts, there's a lot more whimsy and fun shit, but also the world makes no sense. Everything is confusing. And if things go bad, they go bad in the weirdest ways possible. You're just like going to do your groceries, trying to get some sea salt ice cream and star fruit. And all of a sudden, somebody's...
Your planet disappears.
Yeah,
You're like,
some asshole lands in front of you in a ship made out of gummy and is running around beating people with a key.
Also, like, there's, like, a bunch of, like, whatever worlds you can hop to and shit, but for people who can't planet hop, which
Is
the way I understand it is most people, your planet is tiny. You basically, your whole planet is the size of a town.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're locked into a
Also-
town with like 40 people, and that's your life.
Could you imagine how earth-shattering it must be for, you have a really mundane life, you've got your jobs or whatever you do in whatever world you live in.
Yeah.
And then a fucking talking pantsless duck and a fucking dog with a shirt and a shield show
With
up
magic.
with magic, and just everything is different now.
Also, I think the other thing that we're forgetting about Kingdom Hearts is that there are, like, no NPCs in that entire universe. So, like, the only way you could possibly exist in that game universe is if you were somehow related to the plot of this hero.
I would say in this let's say there's not so many NPCs because it would take another 7 years for them to populate those worlds and make them feel alive. So let's say there are NPCs, you just don't see them. There are people.
They exist.
Yeah.
Like I said, the worlds are just really small.
Few
Yeah.
and far between. It's like you and two other people on this entire planet. And you only exist because you interact with the
Yeah,
hero.
what is it? Destiny Islands, population 6?
Yeah.
I think that, there was like the main 3, like Kairi, Sora, and Riku, and then there was like 3 other kids on the island.
Which are all Final Fantasy
They're all
characters, and I
Final
Fantasy
completely
characters.
forgot.
Yeah, Titus, Sylphie, and
Waka.
Waka.
Ah!
And that's the whole island.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's more people that you can't see, but I'm like, bullshit.
Okay.
Well,
I would choose the Kingdom Hearts universe just because there's like a slightly increased chance that I may get to make out with Cloud at some point.
Here's what you do. You become a Heartless, you get a nobody, you find your nobody so that you can both, like, one holds him down while the other one smooches him.
Take turns.
Rape tips from Laurel. Here we go.
Dear God.
Clone yourself and get yourself
No,
a
you
man.
don't understand. Listen, I would be so charming and attractive that I would just like win over Cloud Strike's heart.
You would
That's
just
true.
show up in an
That's
Aerith
true.
cosplay and slip a little nip every now and then to try to like win him over.
Yeah, be like, hey, big boy.
Oh no, my titty popped out.
Not again.
And you just know he's gonna be shorter than you think he is, so it's always gonna be slightly disappointing.
And you know when your tip pops out, it's gonna make a sound effect. It's gonna make that weird like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that. Oh no, Cloud! Put it back in for me. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Resident Evil either. Like, I've literally never played a Resident Evil game.
It's
so.
It's kind of Silent Hill-esque.
Well, I would say no, actually. Like Silent Hill in gameplay, but for actual world building, it's convoluted Japanese bullshit. In similar senses, like Kingdom Hearts, but it's a little more streamlined and it's a little more. It's a lot of corporate espionage.
Yeah.
Because basically this pharmaceutical company is trying to make a virus that turns people into indestructible monsters so that they can sell the virus to militaries.
I guess in both scenarios, you have a high probability of becoming a monster.
Monster, yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
Either a Resident Evil
It's-
monster or a Heartless.
But
So-
at least in the Kingdom Hearts universe, there's like slightly more whimsy than in what is essentially just the real world, but with monsters.
I guess,
True,
but
true.
I don't think it's... How much of that whimsy are you privy to if you can't world hop or go into those dope stained glass window worlds where
Yeah.
they recap convoluted horseshit and then you get to choose a sword, shield, or a
What
wand?
bonus though? No fall damage. Confirmed.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no fall
true.
damage
Yeah,
in
you
the
just-
Kingdom Hearts universe.
It's like gravity isn't a thing.
It's
For
not.
glide.
Have you played through yet? It's not a thing anymore. Gravity is
for-
gone.
Everyone or Sora?
I've seen like any of the like other characters that like fall off something high, so they're fine.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's because the worlds are so small that they can't generate enough gravity
Oh,
to really
yeah.
like affect you.
That
as a
actually makes
person.
sense.
Everyone's just kind of floating around.
I will say,
Yeah,
like,
Kingdom Hearts is definitely the winner in my heart.
Kingdom Hearts is less cruel for sure, but there is one thing that's kind of making me hesitate,
Yeah.
and that is the like when I played Kingdom Hearts 1, I fell in love. It was amazing. It changed my whole world.
Mm-hmm.
I was 13 back then.
Yeah.
I am now a full-grown woman, and playing Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm like, I would get so tired of people's like the power of friendship bullshit. I would blow my brains out.
See, I agree with that.
But then you can just side with the bad guys.
They're just as bad. They're like the darkness. What does that mean? What do you mean the darkness? What is the darkness?
Listen.
Is the darkness within? That's that bullshit.
Here's the problem with Kingdom Hearts. It's literally like the upbeat preppy kids versus the edgelords.
Yeah.
It's there's no real stakes. It
But
all just feels like horseshit.
You
I
died.
literally thought the first game was all just kids daydreaming. Because the game starts and you're in a fucking normal ass bedroom and then he looks out the window at an island and then all of a sudden he's at the island with all of his friends. I thought everything after that was
I
the
thought it was
kid.
gonna end with him being like, and it was all a dream.
No, I thought
Well,
they
I mean, 3 is the end of the series, right? So maybe they will just like wake up in their bedrooms.
That would. You know what? I wouldn't hate that if he woke up at the end and he was like, "Fuck, I gotta stop eating Captain Crunch before going to bed." That was
Because
crazy.
I think that kind of shit's a cop out. I think it would actually save Kingdom Hearts because then all
Agreed.
that convoluted horseshit that makes no sense and fuck you, it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
It does not. You can break it down however you want. I've watched the fucking recaps. I've watched the fucking the fucking essay videos. Kingdom Hearts stopped making sense after the first one, and
Yeah.
so
The first one was a little weird, and then it just nosedived into like chaos.
yeah. So if they end it with it going, it was just some kid who ate too much sugary cereal and he was just making shit up as he went along. Because everything you make up when you're a kid makes no sense.
Sorry, Tetsuya.
It and I'm not listening.
You tried.
He's not listening.
I'm not
You don't
saying
need
it
to
doesn't have any
apologize.
value. I'm just saying it makes no sense.
Yes.
So if it ends with him being like, "Oh, I had a fun daydream," well, going to bed. You know what I mean? I honestly would go, that's the only way you pull up on this.
I agree with you. Normally that's such a cop-out cliche, but I would be like, yeah, that's a great way to end this series.
And then you get to go, well, it was just a kid daydreaming, and it made no sense, and it was full of horseshit like kids' stories tend to be.
It would explain why you get ride powers out of nowhere.
But at the same time, it's also saying, remember how fun and innocent it was to just think of anything, regardless of whether it made sense or not, and just enjoy the fantasy. I honestly think that's the only way you end Kingdom Hearts well.
It makes it kind of like endearing.
Yes, it's about, because then it's about the imagination of children, and sometimes it's just fun to dream as big as you want, regardless of sense and story.
How old is Sora meant to be?
He was 14 in the original.
That's too old for this bullshit.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree either. I was 20 before I was like, oh yeah, reality.
I still think it's fun to daydream. Yeah. We literally make cartoons for a living.
We're playing Would You Rather.
Professionally.
I do think, again, I think the main benefit of the Resident Evil universe is the chances of this shit affecting you are pretty slim, but if it affects you, it's real rough.
Yeah,
it's real bad.
It's the worst. It's like, I can't take that chance. I gotta go Kingdom Hearts too.
Yeah, consider this as an argument for Kingdom Hearts.
Cool.
You get a really, really cool trench coat and chain like look going on.
Yeah, that's true. Your fashion's gonna be
your fashion is like 2000s emo, like right up there.
But again,
you're a K-pop star now.
It's hard to tell. I know there's not a lot of NPCs, but what do the NPCs look like? Because realistically, you're probably one of those motherfuckers, so you probably just got like...
I don't know, because there are no NPCs. You never see a person.
There are NPCs, but it's really affected by the world, because they have a Pirates of the Caribbean world where it's like they look like real fucking people.
Yeah.
And then you've got like Alice in Wonderland where they got dot eyes and shit. So it depends what world. What if we're just Earth? What if we're... get put into the Kingdom Hearts universe and it's just like a weird CG-ified version of our boring ass. It's just called Liberty Village. You see the pub up and it goes Liberty Village.
Oh no, I think we could still like get some cool emo fashion happening.
You know, you could dress like that now if you wanted to. There's literally no one stopping you from doing that.
I know, but it doesn't work.
You need everyone else around you.
Yeah, you need everyone else around you to be doing it. Otherwise, you just look like a fucking weirdo.
Or you're starting a
trend. Conformity's important, Adam.
I want to stand out, but not too much.
Yeah.
That's not true. I'd wear that shit tomorrow if I had it. It's expensive, though. Yeah,
it is really expensive. Have you ever been to those... I'm asking a really stupid question. I was about to say, have you ever been to those goth stores?
You ever been to Hot Topic, Laurel?
I'm not talking about Hot Topic. I'm talking about the boutique goth stores.
Yeah, the boutique goth stores. Yes, I have. And in Japan. Where they've got the best goth shots.
So expensive.
So yeah, I don't know. And what is funny is the reason why I wanted to ask this question is because the more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh man, Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts are very similar.
I think you made a fair point, but I still think Kingdom Hearts edges out Resident Evil. Because it's like you said, it's either just ignoring life, which, boring, or it's the worst death you could possibly ever imagine. Or
maybe you're the guy that does it. You're the Leon. Where you get put in this situation, then all of a sudden you're uncovering a fucking corporate conspiracy.
What are the chances that I get to be Leon? Come on.
There's nothing special about Leon. Literally, in Resident Evil 2, is set during his first day as his first gig as a cop. So the only thing that he really has is he's in decent shape and he knows how to work a fucking handgun.
Yeah.
Which is more than can be said for any of us.
Laurel's in shape.
I'm
not gonna
wrestling you.
And I know how to work a handgun.
Okay, I'll get on your shoulders. You work the handgun. I'll punch people in the face. Caitlin, you're here with the quippy comeback.
I'll be making out with Cloud Stripe over there.
Yeah.
We'll get. Yeah, you just be the looker. You just be the poster child.
Where you make all the scared faces.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think I would go with Resident Evil because as scary as it is, Kingdom Hearts makes me so angry.
I get that. I get it.
So angry.
Listen, the world is already confusing and weird enough. I would like some whimsy, is all I'm saying.
But how long before you're just like, I can't with the whimsy anymore. I don't give a shit about your friendship.
Chances are I'll never actually have to interact with any of the Kingdom Hearts people.
Yeah, I guess the regular...
You
So what, do you just run a shop? What do you even do?
Yeah,
besides
I
knock
run a
walls?
shop in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah? You just sell...
Phoenix
Ethers.
Downs
You
and
sell
Ethers.
Phoenix Downs and Ethers.
There's no Phoenix down in Kingdom Hearts. Who the fuck do you think?
I'll sell gummy parts or whatever.
Oh yeah, gummies.
I have a little pet Moogle.
Can you eat the shit?
Yeah, probably. If it's made out of gummy, why not?
Fuck yeah.
Are the gummy ships meant to be like the gummy bears?
Yeah.
Right, okay. But
It's-
they didn't have... never mind. I'm not gonna get into the, like, logistics of Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
There
Hearts.
are none.
Cool. Kingdom Hearts. Rule number 1: don't think about it.
Yeah. Don't think. Just look at the pretty people.
Just smile and nod,
Yeah.
and imagine yourself smooching Cloud.
I'd have giant feet. Which
You-
is something
oh,
I've
yeah.
always dreamed of.
It depends what world you get put on. Alice had normal sized feet.
Right. Well, that's disappointing.
You have to be a main cast to get the big feet.
It must be terrifying though to live in the Kingdom Hearts world. Imagine you know who Sora is, and you just see him running down the street, and
You
you just
just
turn to
go,
your
"Oh,
partner, and
no."
you're like, "Lock the fucking door. We need to lock the doors and the windows right now.
It's too late.
I don't want any of this goofy shit going on in here."
Or the Donald shit.
Why? I get it. I will lie and say I did that on purpose.
Oh, a sweet anime dude.
Right?
That's so moody though.
You could hook up with Waka.
With a walk. No!
Everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite Final Fantasy X character. Waka.
Waka, waka, waka.
I gotta be honest with you. That's another thing I never understood is the thirst for all these characters because they're all the worst and most annoying.
What do you mean?
You mean the Kingdom Hearts characters or Final Fantasy characters?
Both.
Or just everything?
Oh, I had the biggest crush on Sora when I played Kingdom Hearts
Really?
because I was the same age and I was just like, what a cutie! I like his spiky star hair.
But then he
Forget that
talks.
guy.
But then he opens his goddamn mouth and talks.
But no, I was 13 at the time, so I was like,
I'm
oh,
also.
he's so pure and
Also,
sweet.
do you think in the new Kingdom Hearts he sounds like SpongeBob, or did he always sound like SpongeBob? And I'm just now realizing it.
Isn't it Haley Joel Osment?
I don't know. Whoever it is, he sounds like fucking SpongeBob.
Oh wow.
I can't answer. I don't have the answers that you seek. You'll have to go to another world. Your princess is in another castle. Yeah, throw Mario in that mix and then we've got a conversation. Because that world is also like, it's got the whimsy, but death is literally around every corner.
Well, only if you're Mario.
No, if you're just anybody, there's like bombs just like cruising through at head level, just being like, hey.
Again, another game with no NPC. So, like, what would you be, like a Goomba or Roomba or whatever
Yeah.
they're called?
The Koopa?
A Koopa?
Did you ever play Super
mushroom?
Mario Galaxy?
No.
That game gets weirdly real at the beginning because Mario's going to a festival and then Bowser just shows up and literally starts bombing the Mushroom Kingdom.
Ooh, shit.
And you're running towards the castle as Mario and the fucking explosions are going off and little toads are getting turned into crystals. It's fucking gnarly.
Wow. See, you put like a cute veneer on anything and you just like, as soon as you make that realistic, that's just like gore and violence.
But-
Like, that's brutal!
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's something I struggle with, and it's one of the reasons why Kingdom Hearts universe seems like a nightmare to me is because it's a lot of really horrific violence and shit with a PG-13 veneer gone, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Innocent. When people try to make shit like that innocent, it always comes off creepier than me. There's a bit from the comedian Patton Oswalt that really illustrates this for me, and he's talking about how clean filth makes everything 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And they use the example, he's like, here's something you can say on TV. He goes, I'm going to fill her hoo-ha with goof juice. And he's like, that's the
So
worst
much worse.
fucking thing. But you can say that shit on TV, right? So clean bad shit always comes off way worse than me. It's why I don't like clowns. It's not that clowns themselves are scary. It's just when something is overly G-rated, I'm like, you're fucking hiding something.
Yeah.
I don't trust you.
It's like Looney Tunes violence is like somehow more disturbing than just like Grand Theft Auto, where you're just like,
Yeah, it's almost like the realistic violence in Looney Tunes is less disturbing. Like that one episode where Bugs Bunny shoots a guy.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, was it one of the World War II ones?
No, he's trying to play the piano on a stage and somebody keeps coughing, and then he eventually gets up, pulls a pistol out of his suit jacket,
And
shoots the
them,
guy,
and then they stop interrupting.
and then he goes back to playing the piano. And I just remember seeing that and being like, yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, Bugs.
You bloodthirsty bastard.
Bloodthirsty little rabbit.
So I guess I will say I'm going with Resident Evil because the bullshit
Dang, man.
the bullshit will probably not affect you, and realistically, I could shoot myself if things get gnarly. I'm not gonna get eaten by
You know,
zombies.
we've already established that you know how to use a handgun.
Where's this gun you're hiding?
Handguns are not. They're meant to be idiot proof. You
No,
put a
but where
bullet
do you
in.
get one?
I don't know. Dead cop.
This is Canada. Our cops don't have guns. They have tasers.
No, our cops have guns.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
have
they
guns.
do. I'm just being funny. Shut up.
You're supposed to yes and me, Adam.
Come on! This is Comedy 101. Save me from myself.
All right, let's take it to the chat,
All right.
boys and girls. Let's see. Osgar Firat Boz asks, sorry, that was terrible. Would you rather have a pink wand glued to your right hand that sings I Love It by Lil Pump, or eat earwax for the rest of your life without it killing you?
Do you have to be constantly eating that, or that's just like every meal that's all you eat?
I think that it would be like that's the only thing you can eat. So every meal you just chow down on earwax.
It's gotta be earwax. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
That I can't listen to the same song for eternity.
Well, could you get the wand and then have your arm amputated? I don't need both of them.
Listen, you can't just chop off your hands when things aren't convenient for you. This is shitty Wizardverse.
They're my hands. I'll do what I want.
That wand is getting glued straight into your face.
Can you just stick your hand in the sand and hope it muffles the sound?
Just put your arm underwater,
Maybe you could like wrap it in like soundproof padding.
like a voice, like a fucking voice recording booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suppose you could just like gouge out your own ears.
Yeah.
Gouge out
Just
your own ears?
Gouge those ears out, Lol, with a melon spoon.
You know how ears.
You know what?
Sometimes I talk before thinking.
I think we all knew that by now.
I there's a part of me, I think I gotta go with earwax, because every time I read about what people used to eat and stuff like that, humans can survive on straight garbage, and I think every bad thing you can think of, you can grow to like it. Or at least not hate it.
Like, I don't think it... Like, if they said without dying...
Yeah. If you're getting your nutrition from it.
Yeah.
And you probably don't have to eat a lot. Like, so instead of having food like a regular person, you just eat a spoonful of earwax a day.
I wonder
Whatever.
whose earwax it is, though.
I'm gonna
Because,
I
like,
would
you
imagine
as a...
nondescript.
hope it's yours.
You as a person don't really produce that much earwax on a daily basis. So you're going to have to be, like, harvesting earwax.
I assume it just, like, magically appears.
Yeah, you just like open your fridge and you always have a fresh supply of earwax.
That's too easy.
I can't imagine it
You
tastes particularly strong. Like, it's wax, right?
Tastes gross.
I'm sure it'll taste gross, but I can't imagine it's that...
Adam's giving it a shot.
Oh, dang. Don't forget to aerate.
It's not good.
But, like, how... Like, it's not good, but it's not, like, particularly potent. It's not, like, a strong... Or is it?
But
Well,
if
I don't
you-
know. Like, because obviously nobody can see me, I stuck one of my fingers in my ear and just, like, licked the tip of it. And so either my ears are pretty clean or it's not that pungent.
Yeah. Like, I can't imagine anything that's a waxy consistency having that strong of a taste.
But you're eating like a whole spoon of it, or
Yeah,
maybe
you
like a
just
bowl
swallow
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Just swallow
Listen.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen.
You don't have to chew it.
It's gross. Hey, you could just swallow it like a pill.
Yeah.
Spoonful of earwax.
Helps medicine go down. Listen, I don't think anybody's going to defend that it'd be good, but again, there are certain places in the world where things like eyeballs are delicacies, and I could not think of anything worse to eat than an eyeball. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like it changes.
How many years before you're just like, whatever?
Yeah, I mean,
It's just like a grape. Just get it down.
yeah. And do you remember how when I was a kid, it seemed like the grossest thing you could ever eat was a bug, and then now bugs are delicacies. There's all sorts of recipes for them.
Give me some cricket.
Yeah, I mean, you can get chocolate-covered crickets all over the fucking place.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you adjust.
Yeah.
You adjust.
And if it doesn't, and if it explicitly says it doesn't hurt, it says it doesn't kill
It
you.
doesn't kill you, but I don't know if it's like good for you.
Oh no, is it gonna like fuck up your guts?
So,
Probably. I mean, that's all that you're eating.
oh man,
No, I didn't think about that.
I need to bring this up, and you've already heard this because we talked about it during lunch earlier in the week. But my wife's been watching this show. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about people that have weird food addictions or they're super.
Is it just called like My Strange Addiction?
No, it's not that. It's specifically about food.
Right.
I'm gonna have to ask her what the fucking.
And it's
title
like
is.
you said it was a British fuckery, so it's probably like
There's both. There's like
Right.
there's a British version and a North American version,
Right.
but the one that stuck with me is the guy who he would only eat the only thing I like to eat is mild cheddar and crisps. And
Oh,
so and
God.
from a kid, this is not new.
How is he still alive?
Nutritionists were wondering the same thing. So like he was not healthy, but also
Not dead.
not dead. Not dead.
How?
I don't know. There was another guy who only ate French fries. Every meal he only ate French fries.
Oh. I mean, I love French fries, but kill me. I couldn't for every meal.
Yeah, what the fuck?
French fries are where nutrition goes to die. So
Yeah, they're not even food. They're just.
they're amazing. They taste so good, but fuck.
I don't even think they're that. To me, fries are just vessels for eating ketchup without people giving you dirty looks.
See, for me, they're vehicles for salt.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, they're vehicles for potato in my face.
So wait, so it's like the crispy casing is the car,
Yeah.
and the sweet gooey potato inside is like let's
Let's
take
go.
a ride to Caitlin Town.
Right into Kaylin's mouth.
My point is that clearly human beings can survive off of very little. So you wouldn't be living your best life. And who-
Nutritionists have been lying to us.
Yeah.
Right? All of this, like, fruits and vegetables every day. Like,
You
Yeah.
don't need these
You-
vitamins.
I'm-
You just need calories.
are you paid by, like, the Broccoli Council?
Big broccoli.
Big Broccoli?
Fuck broccoli. Hate it.
Do you really hate broccoli?
I still hate broccoli.
I
Yeah,
fucking-
me too.
Broccoli's
and I
my
eat it all
favorite.
the time.
Broccoli's
Yeah.
my favorite vegetable. I
Whoa.
I love that shit.
I mean,
Brussels sprouts too are fucking
I like
amazing.
Brussels sprouts. I like spinach, but broccoli, I'm like, nah. You just a pretend tree.
Yeah, you're just a soggy tree.
I'm that guy at if somebody has a vegetable tray at some event, I will just eat all the broccoli and not touch anything else.
I think it's because like even when you cook the shit out of it, it's still the stem is still too crunchy. It's like this soft top, crunchy bottom mix that I can't get behind.
I'm so hungry. We gotta stop doing this
We're gonna
anymore.
stop doing this over lunch. Alright, let's get another one.
Alright.
Extinct but not forgotten asks, would you rather try to become the president by pandering to the political extreme of either side, or by somehow fucking your way up the ladder?
Oh, I'm gonna fuck my way up that ladder. Ooh. Oh, wait.
I'm
Wait a
kind of
minute.
weirdly excited.
No, because I said that. And I'm like,
Like, hi, diggity damn, I've been waiting for someone to ask.
so I said that out loud, and then my brain went, hold on a second, Adam. Most politicians are old white guys. I don't think this means what you think it means.
Yeah, wait, are you fucking your way to the top, or are you getting fucked to the top?
Yeah. You're getting fucked to the top.
So, I don't know.
I definitely would take the like swing wildly left or right and just be like, I'll be the puppet of the people. I'll pander to your
I will pander. I'd
Yeah.
pander rather than fuck.
I would pander to, now that I think about it.
Because as soon as you get there, you can just be like, ha, lied, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
which
like
is what everybody else does.
Like every politician before me. I lied to get here.
The real problem of this question for me is, I do not want to be in charge of a country because I would quickly become a tyrant.
Only for a bit.
No, right away.
No, only for a bit. You don't stay president.
Says you.
Yeah, like the first thing I'm doing as president is making it so I'm president forever.
Because for me, the thing is like so I'm not going to rant too much, but I think out of the three of us, I'm the most politically active. I know I follow politics pretty hard, and I often get angry because I'll be like, why do so many people vote against their own interests? Why do so many people trust the blatant lies that they're being fed? And so for me, I would come in and be like, we're doing this because this is what's best for the most people. And then even if somebody was like, well, the people don't want that, my response would be, you're going to take your fucking medicine. I don't give a shit what you want. This is what's best. And then all of a sudden, exactly. And then all of a sudden I'm in a guillotine. So I don't want that power because I know how it would go and it wouldn't work out for me. Or I would, even if I made society measurably better, it would be against the will of the people. Therefore, I would be hated. And eventually I might somebody blow my dome back or something like that. So I don't want that.
And bring back the gladiator pits to appease the masses and be like, this is what you wanted, all along.
Appease the masses or you?
You know what? Everybody wins when gladiator pits are back.
Yeah. Laurel becomes prime minister and or president, and you're just like, y'all seen that movie The Purge? Well, guess what?
It's Wednesday! Yeah. Or just be like, Taco Tuesdays for everyone. This is how you fix people can't afford tacos.
Yeah, so instead of like a universal basic income, you're just like, tacos for everyone, but only on Tuesdays.
Yeah. I figure it's a fair trade-off.
Soul world hunger.
Also, blood donations are now mandatory. Everybody line up.
I need your blood!
What are you, a vampire?
No, Laurel's nickname from the people is Nosferatu.
Wait, what?
Because you're just taking everybody's blood.
I thought I was a goblin.
Why not a vampire goblin? I'm sure those are real.
I want to be a vampire goblin. That sounds great. It's like the best of both worlds. I don't know much about goblins.
Or vampires.
Hey, I know about vampires. Who doesn't at this point? Although it really depends what kind. There's so much variation. You can be a beautiful sparkly vampire, or you can be like someone got born funny face vampire.
What?
Nosferatu.
Oh.
Have you ever read the comic book Crimson?
I have actually, and oh man, the fan service.
Well, I was just gonna say
Holy
those vampires are kind of cool when they go all like they look like normal people, and then when they go all vampire-y, they just look gnarly.
I like a better version of that is American Vampire, in my opinion.
I don't think I've read that.
I think you should, because it's basically like if Crimson was good.
If Crimson didn't appeal to 13-year-old boys?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll give it a chance.
I actually think you would really like it. I can lend it to you. Anyway, this is not an ad.
Welcome
We're not
to
sponsored.
The Comic Book Corner.
What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, right, being president.
Yeah, long story short, I don't want to be president, but I would probably
Well, you don't
pander.
have a choice.
Yeah, I'd pander. I mean, really, it seems like the most realistic, easy way to...
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck old white guys.
I know,
Also, it's
nobody
so
does.
easy to just lie to people and then take it back later.
Yeah. Honestly, like, the best part of that, in my opinion, is the actual lying to people to get what you want.
Yeah.
Being president is just, like, a cool perk on the side.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a perk! It seems like the worst! Find one president in the history of the United States that looks happy. None of them! Maybe Bill Clinton. Because he got a
He didn't
blowjob.
know any better.
Because he fucked his way to the... Maybe he had the secret all along.
Oh,
maybe.
Maybe that's why he only seemed like the only president that whatever
Was happy.
didn't have a fake smile.
Turns out the lies get you.
Oh, man. Yeah, Bill had it right all along. Fucked his way to the top.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to fuck old white guys. That's gross.
Mm.
I don't think he did. That's the thing.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Just
do we
interns.
do we get to fuck hot interns instead?
I don't know.
Even then, I would rather lying to people just sounds like so much more fun. What do we got now?
Okay, hang on. Talk amongst yourselves while I look for a good one.
The old talk amongst yourselves. Throwing my co-host to the wolves. Could you please fill dead air?
Beep, 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 beep.
Adam, are you stealing another car?
I wish that was... Wait, I thought you had one.
Okay, no, I've got one from the chat.
Cool.
Jessica Evans asks, would you rather have everyone laugh at everything you say, everything in
Okay.
parentheses, or have people treat you like you're 4 years old?
Oh, guys, I'm really hungry. Who's hungry? You want some lunch? Goo goo gaga.
I would say the 4-year-old thing is tempting because I do want people to like do shit for me.
I was gonna say, like, is it wrong that I would kind of be like, yeah, that sounds nice?
Yeah, but the only problem is that like you would never be allowed to be on your own because you can't leave a 4-year-old alone, right? So they'd
Yeah,
always
but-
be like, you need a babysitter to like watch
Well-
you.
People would say that, but you're still an adult, so you can still, like, outrun them.
Here's the dark side of this
Could I
question.
Maybe I couldn't.
Sure, you can be sneaky. Like, you can figure out a way to, like, sneak out of the room without anyone looking.
Oh, they would want to like monitor your like toilet use.
At 4?
Somebody goes to wipe your ass.
Not at 4.
No, not at 4.
You're potty trained by
listen.
4.
Right.
This is just
I didn't
outing
know
how
anything
little
about
I know about children. But there's a really dark side to this. If everybody treats you like a 4-year-old, you can never
get away
date.
with any- What? Oh no!
Because anybody that shows interest in you is the worst human being on the planet.
Oh, that's true.
Oh no!
So your love life is over unless it's with the creepiest motherfuckers to ever exist.
Yeah.
Although maybe.
Yeah, I don't think you can find a silver
No, I
lining.
think I found a silver lining because they basically perceive you as a 4-year-old, but you're not a 4-year-old. So by dating this person, you're saving other 4-year-olds. You're a hero.
That's so gross.
That's a real hard spin you put on that.
I think that your boyfriend should be in jail, and
Yeah.
that'll save
But
a bunch of 4-year-olds.
But they don't think you're 4. They just treat you like you're 4.
Realistically, what you do, yeah, actually, that's a solid point. They just treat you like you're 4. They don't think you're 4.
Yeah. Also, you could get away with so much crime. People treat you. 4-year-olds don't go to jail. They don't.
That's true. Yeah.
If they're
You could steal so much candy from like the checkout at the grocery store.
they
So,
might spank you, but that's the worst.
Spanking's not a thing anymore, though. You would just get like guilt tripped. I think that's how they punish children nowadays.
They guilt trip them.
They guilt trip them. Yeah, they like and like the whole world has just been like, you know what? Catholics really had it right. Let's guilt trip everyone.
Yeah.
That's how my
That
parents
doesn't
did
cause
it.
any lasting psychological damage.
So they're like, you did this.
I would go with the everybody laughs at everything you say and then be the greatest stand-up to have ever lived. And
Yeah.
monetize the shit out of it. You don't have to write any jokes. You don't even have to try. You
What
just
about
go.
your downtime, man? What about your personal life?
Yeah, what about when you like go to therapy and you're like you're like, I want to kill myself, and your therapist is like, great, good one.
What about when you tell your
You
wife
meet a-
you love her?
Yeah, you meet a-
She laughs in your face.
Yeah. Oh, baby, I want you so bad.
What if something horrible happens? Like, you're like, I was in a really bad accident, I think I broke my leg, and the meds are just laughing at you.
Like, I have cancer. And
There's
everyone's
ways
like, ah.
There's ways around this. You don't talk unless you're specifically trying to. You weaponize your speech so that you're only talking when you're trying to get laughs.
So you communicate just like through Pictionary?
Through texts, or you're that tortured creative that is very quiet in your personal time, and then when you're on, you're the fucking greatest entertainer to ever live.
Yeah, because like
Okay.
currently when you
okay.
like text somebody now, most people, or maybe it's just me, I don't know, the first thing you respond with is lol.
Yeah, they're still laughing.
They're,
at
so
you.
they're still laughing at you. What I'm saying is that you wouldn't be able to tell if they're actually laughing or not.
Because maybe if the only time they ever hear you speak is when you're saying something funny, they just assume that anything you type, you mean it to be funny.
So nobody will ever take you seriously ever again.
Either way, whether you pick the 4-year-old or not.
Right? Yeah.
I still think I would go with the everybody laughs at the things you say because that's monetizable.
Being a 4-year-old.
Just you're always hustling, aren't you?
But if
Every
people
day I'm
treat you like a
hustling,
4-year-old,
hustling.
you don't even need money. People just like
I don't like that.
give you.
I don't want to give up my agency.
But no, you still have agencies. There's no punishment for the shit you do. You're a
There's
4-year-old.
no punishment for the shit you do if you're rich and famous.
I don't know. A couple of them been going down.
Yeah,
It just takes a little longer.
Or have they? I don't know.
But I wouldn't even have to worry about like saying gnarly shit that would get me in
Celebrities go to jail
trouble.
sometimes.
Who does?
Celebrities go to jail sometimes.
Yeah, but they go to celebrity jail.
Still worse than 4-year-old not going to jail.
That's true.
There's also the option of not doing a crime.
Well, I just mean, like, you don't need money if you can just go into... Like, if you go into a restaurant, you eat all your food and then leave. No one's gonna be like, hey, that 4-year-old ate without paying. They're gonna
Where
look...
are their parents?
Yeah, they're gonna look for your parents, and
Have
you're gonna
you
be like,
seriously-
not my problem.
Have you seriously never seen somebody fucking scream at a kid before?
A 4-year-old?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I
what?
promise
Maybe their
you.
own parents,
I
but not like
promise-
strangers.
Oh, I have.
You screamed at a 4-year-old?
No, I haven't done it. I've seen it.
Oh.
Holy shit, really? I have never seen like a grown-ass adult scream at a child who wasn't their child.
No, I saw a little kid with one of their parents once, like, pick up a candy bar and go to walk out the store with it, and the guy was like, get your ass back in here. You didn't pay for that. Do you think people... Just because you're 4, people aren't going to let you take whatever they want, or, like, whatever you want from them. I wouldn't necessarily scream at them, but...
Yeah, but what are they gonna do to stop you? Like, they're not gonna grab you.
Yes,
if they're
they
yelling,
will.
if they grab you, you can
Yeah.
just yell.
Yeah, like, I remember once when I was, like, walking to work, and I walked past, like, a school, and there was a kid who was probably about, I don't know, maybe, like, 11 or something like that. And he was walking down the street, and he was being pursued by what was clearly a teacher, because he was wearing, like, a school uniform. And the teacher was screaming at him, like, don't you walk away from me, you have to do what I say, blah, blah, blah. And the kid was just walking, and you could tell that the guy wanted to, like, grab him to stop him, but he couldn't, like, he was just like...
Well,
I
that's...
think it's pretty rare for adults to have the audacity to grab or scream at a 4-year-old. I don't think that's common.
Well, it's not my fault adults are cowards.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, for the most part, you're probably good.
Let's put it on the record. Adam would punch a 4-year-old.
Adam would definitely punch a
You
4-year-old.
don't need to punch a 4-year-old.
He'd punch a 4-year-old right over a fence.
Yeah.
I don't like kids. That's not news. I don't like kids, and I don't like how much shit parents let kids get away with.
And that's why he would never make it in Kingdom Hearts.
Sora would be running through the streets, just like breaking things, trying to find shit hidden in them, and doing like big flourish.
That was my part.
Yeah, I would smack the shit out of
Spent
Sora.
forever on that base.
Yeah.
I made it with my girlfriend in pottery class. And we played that scene from Ghost.
Be like, I'm gonna fucking tell your parents that you've been vandalizing shit, you little piece of shit. He's like, I'm fighting the Heartless. Be like, fuck you and you're
Surprise,
heartless.
Sora doesn't have parents.
He does. He has a mom.
Just yell at Goofy.
You
and...
heard her disembodied voice.
Oh. Just yell at Goofy and Donald to get their kid under control.
Yeah.
Also, that poor mom. I wonder if she's... Holy shit. Why does no one ever talk about Sora's parents? Are they dead now?
They're probably dead.
Polished darkness is the worst. I'm telling you. That mother is traumatized, but we're just not going to talk about it because everything's so colorful.
Just one day she goes into Sora's room and she's like, Sora, dinner's ready, where are you? It's just an open window, and then he's aged like 3 years,
Yeah.
so her son's been missing for 3 years.
Yeah, her son's been missing for 3 years.
He's running around, having adventures. She's been on the news, crying, wondering where her kid went. They've
Has
eventually...
anyone seen this boy?
He's been kidnapped by a dog and a duck.
They've eventually had, after the first year and a half, they finally accepted the fact that he's probably dead. So they've had a funeral for him, and then there's a charity in his name now.
But then Kyrie's just there at school being like, nah, he's alive. I know he is.
She's delusional though.
Shoving bottles in the
She
Ocean.
can't deal with her grief, so...
Yeah, Kyrie's just like, no, he's running around with a dog and a duck, and she's in fucking forced therapy now because everybody thinks she's out of it.
Didn't she put like a whole bunch of messages in a bottle and like chucked them into the ocean and was like,
Because that's...
one day you'll get to
It's a really reliable form of communication.
She's the crazy girl at school.
him? She is the crazy girl at school.
Yeah. Okay, one more. Let's
Alright.
go. Tuffy Appy asks, would you rather, on a full moon, turn into a crow,
Woo!
or during daylight you are a rabbit, but you are still able to work and go about your day just as a rabbit?
I want to be a night crow. That
Oh.
sounds dope.
Yeah, I want to be a night crow.
Yeah.
I mean, night crows are amazing.
Also, it can fly,
Yeah.
and it's at night. So that's kind of...
Right, so I
Oh my
guess
God.
like the daylight one is like, you're a rabbit during the day, but you're a person at night?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait,
You're kind of like a reverse rabbit werewolf.
Yeah.
but the crow, it's not every night. It's just on nights where there's a full moon.
Yeah.
No, I think it's...
That's
Oh
it.
yeah, on a full moon.
Yeah.
So it's
The-
not even like you're giving up
Really?
that much of your regular life.
The only thing I need to worry about is the fact that I have 2 cats. But
Just make
that's...
sure you
Just
can
you're
fly.
outside for
Yeah.
that one night of
Yeah,
drugs.
like, this is all manageable.
Yeah.
Also-
I like the idea of like instead of once a month you get like your period, you're just like, oh, it's my time of the month.
And it's only for one night. It's like the moon's only full once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like fun.
It sounds
I
like a
that.
great time. And I don't think
I hope
crows
it
have a lot of
doesn't line up with
predators.
your period. That would suck.
I feel like having your period as a crow would be better than having it as a human.
Can crows menstruate? Like
I don't think
that?
they do, or not the same way we do.
Were crows though.
No. The question is a crow.
That's true.
You're
yeah.
not a were-crow. You're not an
They said
anthro.
like a werewolf.
Yeah.
Right, right.
I honestly, this is easy for me because I've always wanted the ability to fly, and I think crows are amazing animals.
I agree with both those statements.
Also, like, you wouldn't really lose too much of your mental faculties because crows are very smart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I did
crows
know.
are very smart.
I did know
And-
that.
At least locally, like, there's not a huge issue with predators, whereas, like, a rabbit during the day could be dangerous.
Yeah, and also, like, you're going about your normal day as a rabbit, like, going to work and whatnot, but you don't have opposable thumbs and you're very small.
How am I
Yeah.
supposed to
Like,
use
crossing
a
the
stylus?
street is going to be a nightmare. Also, like, our area is it's got a fair amount of, like, fox and coyote.
I mean, they're not out during the day, though, so
Dude.
you're probably good.
Raccoons.
Right, daytime.
Raccoons are omnivores. They'll fucking kill a
Yeah,
rabbit
or
if they
even
can.
literally just, like, anybody in the city who has a big dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
That sounds-
And I like that it's once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's like, you're not...
Robert
you
Sherman
still
in
get
the
to go
chat
party at
is
night.
trying to tell me that the full moon usually lasts 3 days a month, but I think that's BS. The full moon only is only
But
for one night.
even if that's true,
Still.
you still get the day off.
And it's not like you're giving up your nightlife forever.
Yeah,
It's still
it's just once.
Also, crows are cool.
Also, crows are cool! Let's all be crows. Instead of wizards. We'll be the shitty crows.
The shitty crows. Will
Or the
fall.
crappy crows. There we
I
go.
like that. We'll have a murder, finally.
Finally, we'll have a murder of our very own.
Okay, last one, and then we're going to call it a day. Ramen Doodles asks, would you rather marry Hades, king of the underworld, and live in eternal misery, or have an affair with Zeus and risk the rest of your life being ruined by Hera, his wife?
Well, it's right in the
I-
question that one of them, quote unquote, you are miserable.
Yeah. Also, like, why would you be miserable?
Yeah, if you're the queen, this is
Of the underworld.
this almost
Yeah, I
feels
thought
like with,
Persephone had like a good time.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
He
almost-
seduced her. She wanted to be there.
Yeah,
It was only her mom who was pissed.
yeah.
And it's like, fuck off, mom. I can make my own choices. I'm an adult.
I would love to be the queen of the underworld. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
sounds
me?
like fun. But they said it's a guaranteed misery. Why?
Yeah. If you're
And eternal misery,
Yeah.
too. Like, it's not just your life. It's
Yeah.
like, for eternity.
if you're guaranteed to be miserable, then obviously I'd rather roll the dice and bone Zeus.
I really don't want to bone Zeus.
No, he's creepy and weird.
He's probably got STDs, too, because he burns anything that moves.
Exactly. I'm gonna slut shame Zeus.
The-
He's a fucking whore.
The real question is what form is Zeus taking when you're
Yeah,
fucking
like,
him?
is he a goat?
Did
Is
he have
a
sex
cow?
with a woman?
Wait, he turns into animals?
Yeah.
There's
I
a
thought-
story, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a story where he fucks a woman as he's taking the form of sea foam.
All right.
And no, I don't know how that works.
Keep it in your pants. Yeah, well, like, because the, what is it, the Minotaur, he, like, fucked a woman as a cow, and then she gave birth to a half cow, half man.
Jesus.
And then they were like, this is an abomination, and they put it in a giant maze.
And taught it to kill.
Taught it to kill.
You know what? I'm hanging with Hades. I can deal with a bit of misery, because that sounds like... What the fuck?
My main issue with the question is I don't think you'd be miserable. You'd be the queen of the underworld.
Yeah, sounds
That
good.
sounds fucking rad.
I've always wanted to be queen of the underworld. This is a dream come true.
Yeah.
I get to watch those souls go by in the river on a Sunday afternoon.
A lazy Sunday afternoon
lazy
on the
Sunday.
sticks
You
with
get
your bow.
you get a dope ass 3-headed dog.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Like, I think Hades gets a bad rap because of Disney.
Thanks a lot, Kingdom Hearts.
Because of James Woods specifically.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
I think that in, like, the original, like, myth, he wasn't that bad of a guy.
No, he wasn't even a bad guy. He was just...
He was like
death was his domain.
Yeah, he was a blue collar worker. He's like, I gotta make sure this shit is running.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Might as well be me. I think he got like the short end of the. I think it was like the three. Yeah, it was the three brothers. So Zeus, Neptune, or what's Neptune's other name?
Poseidon?
Poseidon.
Mhm.
So it's like Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades were all like, well, we each got to pick a domain, and Zeus was like, shotgun, heaven, and then Poseidon was like, I'll take water, and then Hades was like, ah, fuck, I guess I'll be dead.
Yeah, he drew the short straw.
It just sounds cool to have a life where every day is like a metal album cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, I gotta be honest, I really unironically like edgelordy shit. So it just sounds like a good time for me.
Like, I'm not a big fan of sunlight. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Underworld's fine.
Just take some vitamin D, you'll be fine. You won't be miserable for eternity.
Have you seen this pasty-ass complexion? I need about 4 seconds of sunlight and I'm good.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat, so I could make myself a real-life scorpion guy or just like a wraith with fucking powers and shit. Kick ass for me.
I'd make bone sculptures on my spare time. Be like,
I would
"Hades,
torture
honey,
the
come
souls
look
of
at
the
my
damned.
cut their hairs.
Yeah.
Cut their life hairs,
Cut their
just being
life
like, 1, 2, snip.
You know,
1, 2, snip.
there's a problem with the logic of like Hades and shit, because, you know, it'd be like, oh, the people that run hell and Hades are so evil, but the people that they're torturing are bad people.
Right, because
No,
like,
I think everybody goes to.
I think
the
everybody
underworld.
goes to Hades.
It's
in-
not hell.
Oh.
It's not like Christian. It's not like
Oh, okay.
Zeus isn't God in heaven and Hades is the devil. It's just like everyone who dies goes to Hades.
Just because I remember being like, oh, the devil's evil, and I'm like, the devil tortures bad people. He sounds all right to me.
But he's the one who tempted them to be bad in the first place, so that he could torture them later. So they're not so much evil as they are weak.
That's fine.
Eat the weak. Alright, well, I think that about wraps it up for this episode of Streamy Dreams.
All right.
I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And, Oh! Okay, big news. We've got a new episode coming out tomorrow.
Woo!
And
yeah.
I gotta say, it's like my favorite episode that we have ever made. It's called The Sweaty Erotic World of Dwayne's.
Oh my god.
And
It's
trust me,
okay.
you're gonna love it. Yeah, and so we'll have we'll be having regular episode updates every week from now on, and Streamy Dreams, etc. So yeah,
Yeah, we out here.
we're doing things.
Finally.
Because they won't let us stop.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
Signing off.
I was gonna say, you said bye and then got up to turn the stream off.
Yeah, well,
Also,
can
you
just-
definitely made a peace sign that no one could
No,
see.
bye.
Nice. We're pros.